Hi, this is Elaine, and I'm going to show you how to make the best margarita in the world, in my opinion. It's the Cadillac Margarita. Now, first off, I'm going to show you how to salt a glass. So the first thing that you do is you wet the rim of the glass. You can either use simple syrup or lime juice. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lime and I'm going to run it around the rim. And the next thing I'm going to do is take this little dish of salt and I'm going to take the glass and I'm going to put it upside down in it. And I'm going to kind of like do what I'm doing. I'm shushling it around just so the salt goes on the edges. Perfect. And then I'm going to shake so there's no salt that goes into the bottom of the glass. That's the mistake that a lot of restaurants make. And the salt goes in the glass and then you have a salty margarita instead of a margarita that you're salting because you're licking on the rim. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is tell you what the ingredients are. There is tequila, I like Patron. There is Cointreau, or you can use triple sec. There is lime juice, homemade simple syrup, and last but not least, Grand Marnier. I've filled my cocktail shaker halfway with ice, and then I'm going to start adding the ingredients. You can put these ingredients in any order that you like, except for the Grand Marnier. You're going to save that for later. But, so I'm going to start now with the tequila. And then my next, I almost always do it in this order. Then I'm going to do the Cointreau. Next up, lime juice. After that, simple syrup. Okay. Now it's time for me to add another piece of ice into, well, big piece of ice into the glass. I use one of these big, huge cubes, and then I'll let the cubes go in there as well. I'm going to cover my shaker and make sure it's sealed, and it is, and then I'm going to shake. I always shake for something like this, I would shake for about 15 seconds. Okay, I'm going to take off the top, and I'm going to make sure the liquid doesn't hit the sides, because you don't want, like I said, the salt into the drink. And now I'm going to put a couple of those in there. A couple of the ice cubes. Maybe one more. Oops, two more. And now I'm going to garnish it. And the way I usually garnish it is I cut a lime wheel, cut a little slit in the bottom of the lime wheel, and then put it on the side of the glass, like so. Oops. There we go. And I also, just because it's fun, and just add a little more lime juice. So I'll take a wedge, I'll squeeze the lime juice in there, then I'll drop it in. Now this is what makes a Cadillac Margarita a Cadillac. You can do this a couple different ways, actually. You can either do this as a shot, which, you can do it, but I prefer it in the glass, or you can pour it into the glass. It's always fun serving this to somebody with the margarita and this as a sidecar. And then the person can pour their own Grand Marnier inside the Cadillac Margarita, which is what I'm going to do now. Oops, and I think I might have over poured it just a teeny bit, but that's okay. So there you go. You see how the golden glow goes around it? And then you can do two different things. You can either drink it as is, or you can stir it around. But I kind of like the way the Grand Marnier goes through the margarita. So this is a Cadillac Margarita. Cheers.